Welcome to this review for Left 4 Dead 2, a game by Valve using its source engine, which was also originally used for Half-Life 2. It's a single-player and multiplayer first-person shooter. Here we're presented with the main menu. You can easily get to options to set your settings, your screen resolution. You can also use various modes, single-player campaign, multiplayer campaign, mutation, realism, versus. There's plenty of modes to choose from in this game. The co-op mode is great. Also, even if you're on single player, you have kind of co-op, but with the AI bots. It is also available on Mac as well as Windows now, and if you buy the Windows version, you'll get the Mac version free on Steam and vice versa, which is good. When you go to start a single player campaign, you get lots of options, such as the campaign. You can choose which campaign you want to start on, which part of that campaign, the difficulty, including expert and advanced. You can also select your character or even a random character if you just want to be a bit random, but you can select your level and checkpoints as well. And as you see, select Nick there and hit start game. You'll be presented with a nice little loading screen here with different posters in a sort of grindhouse style. Okay, here we are in game. As you can see, it's lagging a bit because I've got things like the screen recorder running. You start off by picking up a weapon, such as a melee weapon or a handgun, and any sort of health aid that might be scattered around, such as this here, the first aid kit. Then you basically, well, you can wait for your team members if you're on multiplayer. In this case, single player, basically they'll follow you around. And we're about to come across some zombies for the first time. And here they are. As you can see, they charge from all directions, and your AI are behind you shooting as well, which you can get a better look at in a minute. Glass smashes and everything. It's got quite good graphics. Some very good effects in it. They're zombies of all sorts of types, from these regular zombies, that you might expect to see, to weird bloated ones that explode on you, and ones that have long tongues and things that drag you, and your teammates or AI can help get you off. And there you see, I just had one of the fat ones explode with this horrible green gas that blurs your vision to make gameplay harder. And you can still fire while that happens, and gradually it will fade away. And one of the teammates has been grabbed by one of the ones with the long tongues, and you can try and rescue him, or eventually he might be able to get himself off. There's one of the ones that charges at you and grabs you by the throat and sort of hits you against walls, things like that. They do a lot of damage. The graphics are amazing, really, especially once you get into gameplay. Of course, there are games with a lot better graphics now, but it's still very good. It's certainly not distracting from the fun of the gameplay, especially on a little multiplayer with co-op, and it's really good for co-op gameplay. Of course, as you can see here, you can do single player with AI help. You can pick up things that are scattered around here, like you see more weapons and health. Here but this door doesn't open, but you can open doors yourself by pressing the E key. It's not on rails really. It's not lots of different. There isn't lots of different sort of sub stories as such. It's basically one route, but it doesn't feel too much like it's on rails. It's certainly not something like House of the Dead. Here's a good example of a couple things, but you have in a minute here a lot of fire to show good sort of graphics, and there's a lot of fire in this particular level. Zombies even catch fire, as you can see there. Just shot the zombie's arm off, so you do actually do various bits of damage to zombies, such as arms will come off, legs, things like that, and there is blood. And also, a minute ago the elevator wouldn't work, so you had to find another way around, so you actually had to go out here onto the ledge of the building and find your way through past the fire and get to where you want to go. Here you can see an example of healing. This is, in this particular case, is using as a normal sort of health kit. There are other methods such as a defibrillator and various other items you can pick up to heal. Here the AI is having to take care of a few zombies itself, where you can carry on going down and dealing with some more yourself, while they sort of eventually catch up. Here's some more fire. And here's a working elevator that we found. This also demonstrates an actual little in-game cutscene, so in a minute once we activate the elevator, the characters will begin talking to themselves and even you. Here we found one of the defibrillators, which is new to the second Left 4 Dead. Let's just get it out, not this one. And here we are. Coming up, an example of one of the other monster types, which is a jockey. They will jump around, they're quite hard to hit, and then eventually, if you don't shoot it like that, they'll jump on your head and your character will run around and not be able to fire back. And also, when your teammates can shoot it off, which will help get the person extra points, of course, as well at the end of the level, but also, quicker they get it off, the less health you'll lose. Now, up ahead is a checkpoint basically at the end of the level. It's a safe room, so you go in there, you can collect some supplies such as another new weapon and new health kits, things like that, and then you close the door behind you to end the level. Then while the next level is loading, you can actually see your scores such as general defense, killed the most infected, who's the most special killer, killed the most special infected, and basically leaderboard there while you're waiting for the level to load. Then once the level has actually loaded, you start back in your safe room, and you won't get attacked by zombies in here until you actually open the door or unlock it. So you can sort out your supplies still if you haven't already, such as picking up any more weapons and health. Then once you've sort of gathered all your supplies, you can then unlock the safe room door, in which case then once it's open they can attack at you and you can close it again or carry on with the actual level. You can get it on Steam for £14.99, which gives you both the PC and Mac versions. Or you can get it from a site called CD Key Warehouse, which is cdkeys.com.au. It's for a fraction of price, only £9.32, which they say is a savings of £4. However, it is actually worth on Steam a couple pounds more than they even say on their site, so you're actually saving even more. It is a legitimate site that my brother, for example, has used multiple times without any problem. So I definitely recommend you check out this site for Left 4 Dead 2. You can save a lot of money for yourself. They also do Left 4 Dead 1 or a Left 4 Dead bundle with both 1 and 2. So I definitely recommend you check out this site for Left 4 Dead 2, if no other game. Certainly worth getting on this site. It will give you a CD key for Steam, so you will actually get it on Steam, which will entitle you to both the PC and Mac copies of it. So definitely give the link a try that I'll put in the description as well. So that was just a look at the very first level, called Dead Center, of Left 4 Dead 2. However, there are plenty of levels to keep you occupied. Contrary to popular belief, it's not actually very repetitive, certainly not if you're having fun with friends on co-op. It's actually quite addictive, which I was quite surprised the first time I played it, as I didn't think it looked all that great or something to keep you busy. I thought you'd play it for a little while and get bored of it straight away, which isn't the case. It's actually got quite good gameplay, graphics are certainly reasonable, and it has come down in price quite a lot recently because it has been out for a couple of years now maybe, but still as fun as ever it was. So definitely if you want to do co-op with friends, I definitely recommend this game.